throughout my life, my mother has been pretty much without a spouse. My own personal life from 1985, December the 17th, till now, I have not really myself seen my mother with an actual mate. I always thought as time went on, um, she was just really choosy and had been through a whole lot. And, that's the reason why I was informed as I got older throughout time that she was dating around me. I just wasn't quote unquote aware of it like that. I was young and she wasn't putting it in my face. And just according to her, they just didn't work out. Just wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? There was always something wrong, something that just couldn't deal with. Now, as a grown man myself, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the truth about everything and everybody. Why they've done what they've done, why they're doing what they're doing, why I've done what I've done, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's blowing my mind because now I'm starting to understand why she's still alone. And the only mate that she'll claim is Jesus Christ. Can't deal with giving somebody everything that you have within you. All your effort that you can muster up within yourself because of your desire for their happiness and their care. I see it. Can't keep doing that. And the person say, it's not good enough. Or the person do things to make it not worth doing. I see why she's alone. It's safer. It's more peaceful. Side note, the grass is greener on the other side. Because you ain't never seen that grass before. Once you go over there and you spend some time with it, you realize grass change shades color of green all the time. All depending on the heat, all depending on the water. So if it looked like it was green, it was. If you went over there and it felt softer and healthier, it was at that time. But it's just a moment in time. It'll begin to die too. It'll turn brown too. Everybody's definition and perspective of how things are and what things are done and how much value they have is so very different for each individual. There is no blueprint. There is no standard. And anybody that says that they are the standard or what they say is the standard or how they live is the standard, they're a liar. And they're actually truly the version of delusional that people loosely use on others. Logical thinkers, use your logic for your own personal don't apply it to others. If it gets applied to others, let it be because they chose for it to do so, from seeing you live as the example. Because most people aren't logical. They'll tell you that their thoughts and what they're doing is logical. But for those who actually know what logic is, which logic is discipline. So, logic is this makes sense, this doesn't make sense. Logic is devoid of emotion. It takes emotion as a notification. There's something going on here. I feel anger, I feel sadness, I feel happiness. And then you logically move forward into whatever response you're going to choose for that emotion. Emotional intelligence. It's logical. Put that in a nutshell. Emotional intelligence is logical. I want to go into detail of what makes me say these things. But it's like, when you see a person and you know a person, like you know this person, you've been in this person's life for a very long time. Or you've done something for a very long time. Or you've been a part of something for a very long time. You come to a point where it's not that you truly don't care. You know the results before the action. So it becomes illogical to take certain actions. Like to get on here and get on this platform and bash and talk about somebody's faults and how they've done this wrong and that wrong and how they're thinking and how they, all of this. It ain't gonna do no good. It's gonna do more harm. And anybody that's actually living their life to be logical or say that they are logical, they understand that having problems, chaos isn't logical. Logic avoids that. That's why logic exists, to get away from chaos and confusion. But for all those who may check this out and are going through things in life and dealing with people that you've been there for, you've done things for, you sacrificed for, you lived for, you loved them, and it was never good enough. They never counted it. They, even though they may have in the moment, but in the long run, they let you know they never cared about that shit. It didn't mean nothing. What they wanted, you didn't provide, or what they didn't, or whatever you did that they didn't like, you did that they didn't like. You care about what you did that you thought was supposed to be doing good for them, especially if you were thinking out of logic. I think that your needs need to be taken care of before your wants. That's logic. I think that, instead of giving you some type of pleasure right now or looking for pleasure right now, we should be making sacrifice. We should be making sure this important stuff is taken care of and going, quote unquote, without right now, you know what I'm saying? Or having the means to do, but saying, nah, there's more important things to be doing, or I just need not to do nothing because I need to stack up so I can make some big moves. Folks, live your life. Try to make the best decisions that you can. But these relationships, I guess I would say just Let it come to you. And then navigate from there and just be careful. Because you can have what I'm talking about as far as somebody who ends up not caring about nothing that you did for them because it wasn't what they quote unquote wanted, or you done things that they didn't like and that's the only thing that they care about. Or you can even deal with something else that I've been dealing with, perfect person. Everything is great except for a couple small things that can, over time, can be dealt with. And they even know it and they working on it. But they don't love you. They don't want to be with you. They don't want to do that. They out here living their life and having fun the way that they live their life. One of those quote unquote free spirits. Be dealing with that too. There's multiple versions of this situation. Love yourself. And make sure you take care of the things that are important to you. And that's where I'm at right now. Putting together a plan to take care of the things that are important to me. Not to prove nothing to nobody, but because I need to get some things done before I die.